the FC London podcast. I am Daniel Monroy, and I'm joined by.
Stiven Mikhail, the head coach of the men's team and the technical director of the academy.
So, Coach Stiven, after that first game against Oakville, how did you feel about the team?
Well, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the future. 2 weeks prior to that, we had a better understanding of who our core players are going to be. We trained. I wish we had more time. We still have players that we're waiting for from college and players that we signed that are still waiting on their ITC. But I am super duper happy with that game, even though we posted a loss. There was some controversy in there, but I believe that the way we played was just perfect, exactly the way that I wanted to play that game.
Is there something you remember you tell your players after that loss, after the game? Something you remember about that?
To be fair, I didn't need to say anything. I think the players felt it. I think the players know that we are going to be a team that's going to compete very well. But I just wanted to add to them just a quick reminder and really show them that and give them the confidence and let them know that this season I have very high hopes after seeing what I saw on Saturday night.
You say you were very happy about not the outcome but the way they played. Of course, as a loss, there was something that were done the wrong way or not the right way. Let's say, what would you say is a thing that you could remark that wasn't good at all, or something that you could improve, or something you're gonna work on?
Our counter-attacking transition. So when we received the ball in the middle of the field, especially in the first half, we had numbers going up. The decisions were not the best ones. We had one side that was open and the ball wouldn't go there. It would go to the other side, sometimes not fast enough in the transition. But defensively, I believe it was a masterclass in the first half.
You said that, I was about to ask that, because you're saying that offensively the team could have been better, but what about defensively? You said you're happy with the outcome defensively?
Yeah. So the night before, when I was coming up with the way we were going to set up and how we were going to approach this game, we set up in a defensive formation, and I said that I didn't want the team to press as much and just kind of wait in a mid-block and full counterattack. And they did that perfectly in the first half. We defended very well, and I told the players the only way that this Oakville would score would be a worldly goal. And believe it or not, the first goal was, a banger. It was a beautiful goal. I would say from 30 yards, top bins. It was something that it doesn't matter what defense you had, nobody would have saved that.
I heard you got suspended. You got a red card.
Yes.
Do you want to get into it a little bit?
Absolutely.
Give some explanation about what happened?
Yeah. Well, so we're losing 1-0 in the first half. We lost about 5 minutes because one of the players had his nose bleeding. So he had to come off the pitch. So we played with a man down for about 5 minutes in the first half. We go in at a halftime, which I was very happy and content with because I saw what I wanted and what we did. Of course, we didn't want to go down 1-0, but I knew now the adjustments that we can make, how we're going to come back, and we made those adjustments, and in the 46th and 48th minute, we scored 2 goals. So we're winning 2-1.
You get it.
And then what happens? The game continues. I was very content defensively.
Yes.
One of my players got a little bit too excited, got a yellow card, then got a second yellow, which got him sent off in the 73rd minute. But I was still okay. Defensively, the way we were playing, the mood, it was one of those moments where you felt they're not going to score. They can be there for as long as they want. They're not going to score. So I set up in 2 blocks of 4 with a striker, made the substitutions, and then the tying goal comes in. I felt like it was a yard offside. I mentioned something to the AR. He told me to go back to my corner. That was fine. And then the third one was clearly 1 meter offside. And I had high emotions in there because your player's bleeding, they're struggling, they're in that warrior defending zone for the next 10 minutes. There's a minute left in the game. It's going to go to pens. And I thought, man, you could have raised your flag on that. And I lost I blew a gasket on that one. Yeah.
Did you feel that your team or the team was affected by something else than Oakville, like the way that Oakville played? Like there was something outside of the whole game, or there was something, I don't know, maybe the referee's action, maybe the referee's decisions?
No, you mean like about my team, about how we woke up, or?
No, the way that like how the whole outcome of the game
Mhm,
happened. Like
mhm.
in the end was a loss. You're
Oh,
saying
you
because
mean
like
was it referee influence?
exactly.
So the thing is, after 24 hours and thinking about everything, of course, I don't feel the greatest of how I spoke to another human being at the end of the day. But I do feel that, they were dishonest.
Mhm.
I feel that he knew it was an offside and he didn't call it. There's many things going through my head. The thing is, like, what goes through my head and coming from professional soccer, what goes through my head is imagine if that game had my job on the line,
Mm. Yeah,
right?
yeah. That
It
changed
has
everything.
exactly. So my kid, my family's not going to eat because the referee couldn't see that this guy was a meter offside. So that starts to hit you because I've been through it. I've been in Europe. I coached professionally there. I saw what happened after 3 games and what the newspapers were writing about me. So bringing that's the trauma that that PTSD kicks in, and you're there on the sideline. Your team is playing like warriors.
Yeah.
You're doing unbelievable. You know that the other team is not going to score, and then that happens, and you're standing. And I'm not even in line with the ball, and I can see it. The whole stadium's on. So, and we have video of it, and it's like I don't understand this. Is this the standard for League One?
Hmm.
Like my players now cannot play in a cup match because of that goal.
Yes.
So, and it was a home opener, and we had a packed stadium, and it was just everything was there. So, yeah.
As you mentioned, it was a home opener, the first game here at home. How did you feel the environment here in London with the
Ha-
fans, everything? How was it?
Absolutely happy. I thought we weren't going to have a big crowd because it was a little bit cold, but I was very happy with the outcome. The stadium was full, the stands were full, around the fences were full, and I feel like it was a great game. Regardless, it was a great game. Emotion, everything was there. Great goals was there. Great defending was there. For me, I couldn't have, of course, other than it being a win, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Especially seeing what I saw from my team.
And something you say that was remarkable about the game, or something you really liked, some players, something specific
Yeah.
that you would like to, I don't know, remember from that game.
How we came together as a unit. I told the players when we were in the locker room from minute one, anybody who does something good, I want the next city to hear us. And from minute one, that's exactly what they did. And I think the more encouragement you give a player, the the percentages of performance keeps going up. And I think by the second half, we were just ready to finish the game off. And we started. The adjustments that we made were perfect. The 2 goals that were scored against us to tie and win the game were very questionable. And it's unfortunate, but I'm also at the same time so happy. I couldn't have asked for anything better than this. I think our players are ready for the season.
Game's done. We're in a next week, different. Uh, I don't know. Game that is coming. What are you planning for the next game? Is there something different? You want to change the mindset for the players? The tactics? Anything different?
Every game is different. Every
Okay.
team is different. This is going to be an away game, so again, it's going to be a very tough situation for us, regardless if it's same level above, whatever it is, you're away. So I have a good record at North Mississauga, but that doesn't mean anything at the end of the day.
Yeah.
New team, new circumstances. So this week we're going to be working. My players know that I have an open roster, so you're not going to consistently see the same starting lineup every week unless they're the ones that are the best in training. And I'd like to keep that going. And I think that we're getting the best product on the field at the end of the day, and that's the most important thing, not just for the players, for the fans, for the city, for all the academy players to see.
Hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
this week this guy was playing, next week he's not playing. And then, rumors go by. They say, what happened? Oh, he didn't do that well at training. Well, it gives everybody the motivation.
That's right.
We called up a 2008 player, Neil Bucci,
Hmm.
which scored 4 goals against us in training. He got the call up. And that's what's going to happen consistently every week. If I have to play a bunch of teams of 08s, I'll do it. I don't care. I want to choose who's in form, who's ready to fight, who wants to be here, who wants to win, and who wants to be there for their brother.
as we said, we're gonna think about the next game and everything. You also mentioned before that there are a couple of players that you haven't been able to play. When are they gonna be ready to play?
So two of them are officially turned over to us. The problem is with their ITC. The problem is they haven't trained. So we're going to start training, get their fitness level up. The other two, their ITC have yet to come through. But when they come through, again, they're going to have to go through a process again. And I told them before they came here that they're going to have to work. And if they don't work, then we're going to have to buy plane tickets, and they can try their luck somewhere else, because this year with London FC, it's not about, okay, this is a London player, that's it, he's going to play. It doesn't work like that. That competition, not only on the field, in life, is going to be like that.
That's
so
right.
It's good to learn it now while they're young.
That's right. And yeah. Oh, one last question before we finish this. One word to describe that last game.
Exciting.
Exciting.
Exciting. I would say exciting. It was an exciting match. I'm proud of the boys, and I hope to carry that momentum into the next one.
That would be it. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time,
Thank you.
Steven. And yeah, that was a great time.